Hey guys, Account Second here, and this is a big update on what's going to be happening here on TA2 Racing this Thanksgiving weekend. I'm going to be running 5 series at Talladega Super Speedway. Going to have a final exhibition race for Thanksgiving, and and those 5 series will be at Talladega. It'll be just for fun because I figured why not do it. I did one last year. I did a Thanksgiving weekend last year at Boston International Speedway because Balto Racing did not have a Thanksgiving 400 that last year, and it was really mixed. I tried to go very very long. I mean, try to get 400 laps in the Sprint Cup race, but I don't think I even got through halfway before everybody started wrecking, and one driver was left standing at the end, and there was just no point in me going through the entire race, even with because there's only one driver left. So I'm gonna make things a little bit different, and this season I'm gonna make it my own, and we are going to Talladega for Thanksgiving weekend for 5 different leagues. And the first league I'm going to show you is the Papyrus League, the ones with the fictitious papyrus cars. I figured why not do it at Talladega, and let's have some fun with these cars. You may remember I used these cars in the MLP Cup series in the very first season of that series on TA2 Racing. It was pretty fun, and it was really nice to race with the original Cup cars, even though there were fictitious sponsors and all fictitious drivers. But still, though, it was always fun to run these cars, and we're going to do it again here this year to kick off Thanksgiving weekend. Not going to read the names here. Uh, well, some these are all the drivers that are going to be in that race. And that's the Papyrus cars. So the second league I'm going to do is the Pokemon NASCAR series. And remember I had a sign-ups video for that Pokemon NASCAR special race? Well, this is the one. And here are the drivers that are in the Pokemon NASCAR race. I will read through the names. And they are Elijah Gordon, Zachary Fitzwater, Paul Minnick, Alex Hawkins, Luke Walker, Jacob Lawler, DJ Kirker, Amari Stoudemire Jr., John Arnott, O'Neill Belvin, Benjamin Miles, Pete Chew, William Brock, Mitchell Carter, Joseph Romanuk, Joshua Siculi, Grayson Acevedo, Joseph Lombard, Cullen Francis, John Andrews, Aidan Milliken, Hargel Alonso, Dylan Thoreau, Sam Rogers, Cody Smart, Annie Thomas, Ethan Wicken, Nikki Maxwell, Kermika Jansen, James Richardson, Emmanuel Harnett, Zach Goldbeck, Johnny Gardner, Leah Walker, Avi Sachs, and Josh Crash. Those are the 36 drivers competing in the Pokemon NASCAR exhibition race at Talladega. And you may notice I got this from Griff Dog, by the way, his Summer Showdown car set. I thought I put it to good use for this weekend because I didn't want to use the Cup cars I usually use for the series because it would be a little confusing because I'm using the Cup Series real drivers and real ratings and all that stuff. So I didn't want it to be confusing, so I decided to use the leftover Summer Showdown cars from Griff Dog. But it's only going to be a one race deal anyway, so. Next up is the Truck Series drivers. And the drivers for the Truck Series are Travis Quapple, Austin Cindric, Christopher Bell, Corbin Forrester, Norm Benning, John Hunter Nemechek, William Byron, Cole Custer, John West Townley, Jennifer Jo Cobb, Matt Tift, Cameron Haley, Timothy Peters, Noah Gregson, Daniel Hemrick, Johnny Sauter, Austin Wayne Self, Spencer Gallagher, Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick, Ben Kennedy, Bobby Gerhart, Ben Rhodes, Tommy Joe Martins, Timmy Hill, Ryan Ellis, Daniel Suarez, Reed Sorensen, Jordan Anderson, Chase Elliott, Ryan Truex, Sean Core, Brandon Brown, Matt Crafton, Parker Kligerman, and Rico Abreu. And I tried the best I can to make this the 2016 truck set, but there wasn't a lot of 2016 trucks to go around. And you may notice only 2 Cup drivers are in this truck series, Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson. Last year I tried to avoid adding Cup drivers to both Xfinity and the truck race last year, but I decided to make those races even more exciting by adding one or two, no, a couple Cup drivers into this field. But you won't be seeing Kyle Busch though in Xfinity nor the truck race. Only the drivers that did not make the chase in the Cup Series last season get to race in the Xfinity and or the Truck Series. And Kyle Larson, of course, going to do triple duty for all three of those series, so that'll be exciting. Larson's 24, and Elliott's 71 because why not? Anyway, Xfinity are going to have a couple Cup drivers in the field, but not major ones. So here are the drivers in the Xfinity race: Garrett Smithley, Elliott Sadler, one of the Cup drivers, Austin Dillon, Ty Dillon, Ross Chastain, Cole Custer, Darrell Wallace Jr., Justin Allgaier, Ryan Preece, or Preece, I apologize if I mispronounce his name, Ray Black Jr., Matt DiBenedetto, Blake Cook, Cole Witt, Todd Peck, Ryan Reed, Matt Tifft, Daniel Suarez, Eric Jones, Ryan Blaney. Blaney's another one of the Cup drivers in this field, and I don't know if I could count Ryan Reed as one of them because he tried to attempt to qualify in Talladega in the Sprint Cup race earlier this a couple months ago. Corey LaJoie, Cody Ware, Dakota Armstrong, Brandon Jones, Ryan Sieg, Timmy Hill, Kyle Larson. I mentioned he was going to be in triple duty here in this weekend because he wasn't in the chase last season. J.J. Yealy, Brendan Poole, Jeremy Clemens, Joey Gase, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., another one of the Cup drivers, Brendan Gaughan, Derek Cope, Mike Harmon, B.J. McLeod, Alex Bowman. Well, technically he is a Cup driver because he is filling in for Dale Jr. in the 88 in the Cup Series and is running the 88 in the Xfinity Series as well. Mario Goslin, David Starr, Ryan Ellis, and the last Cup driver, Eric Almirola, in the Xfinity race. So that's your 40 for the Xfinity race in the Thanksgiving weekend. And now, last but not least, the Cup guys. The one you've been waiting for, the 40 Cup drivers that'll be in the Thanksgiving race at Talladega. Jamie McMurray, Brad Keselowski, Austin Dillon, Kevin Harvick, Casey Kane, Trevor Bayne, Regan Smith, Danica Patrick, Denny Hamlin, Casey Mears, Tony Stewart, Clint Boyer, Greg Biffle, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Kyle Busch, Carl Edwards, Matt Kenseth, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, David Reagan, Chase Elliott, Paul Menard, Ryan Newman. Gonna have Bobby Labonte in the 32 for this race because it is a restrictor plate track. Chris Buescher, Landon Castle, Kurt Busch, Kyle Larson, Eric Almirola, Brian Scott, Michael Annett, AJ Allmendinger, Jimmy Johnson, Reed Sorensen. I'm going to have a premium motorsports car in this field for this one. The 55 Trump Pence paint scheme he'll be running. Martin Truex Jr. Jeffrey Earnhardt will be in the 83 for BK Racing starter. And Matt DiBenedetto, by the way, will move to the 93 for the same team. Alex Bowman will compete in the 88. Not Dale Jr., by the way, for this race, as Jr. is going to set out for this race like he would in real life. So Bowman's running the 88. I decided about putting Bowman or Jeff Gordon in, but ultimately I'm going to put Alex Bowman in the 88 just to make things interesting. Michael McDowell in the 95 and Ryan Reed is going to run the 99 Roush Fenway. I'm going to use this car for Pole 1 NASCAR next season for sure. I might even try to use the 93 as well next season. So I'm just letting you know about next season. I will add 2 new cars to the series next season in Pole 1 NASCAR, the 93 and 99. So we'll look for those 2 cars to be back at Pole 1 NASCAR in the in the future. But anyway, here's Talladega. This is the exact Talladega I'm going to be using. I'm going to make it 10 laps for the Papyrus race, 20 laps for the Pole 1 race, 30 for the trucks, 40 for the Xfinity, and 50 for Talladega. Hopefully it doesn't go way too long, so I'm going to try the best I can to keep it under like a certain length for each of these races so that it doesn't become boring like it was last year. So anyway, that's all the drivers and everything you need to know about the Thanksgiving weekend of TA2 Racing at Talladega. So I hope to have here's a schedule I'm planning to have the races up. Wednesday I'm hoping to have the Papyrus race. Thursday is the Pole One NASCAR race. That's Thanksgiving Day. Friday would probably be the truck race. Saturday would be the Xfinity, and Sunday would be the Sprint Cup race. All culminating all around Thanksgiving weekend instead of just waiting until Thanksgiving, saving the best for Thanksgiving. We're going to have them all culminate all around Thanksgiving weekend from beginning to end this time. So strap yourselves in. It's going to be a fun week here on TA2 Racing. And of course, there'll be some more NASCAR Heat Evolution paint scheme videos coming up on TA2 Racing. And I am also redoing the very first walkthrough I did on TA2. That's over on my main channel, TA2. I'm gonna have a big. I'm gonna be doing a re-upload. I shouldn't say re-upload. It's a remaster of the very first walkthrough I did, except it's gonna be split into just 3 parts. I'll explain more on that I explain more on that on the main channel. You can check out my main channel as well. It's in the description below. And yeah, so a lot of stuff I have a lot of stuff planned for Thanksgiving weekend on both my channels. And follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and I'll explain a little bit more about it when we get to that time. So, but anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for the thanks for watching, and hope you guys hope you guys would watch these races because it's gonna be fun. They're gonna be fun weekend. You should watch these. I will have more NASCAR Evolution paint scheme videos. They are expecting to have a new pack out later this week. There'll be a lot of new paint schemes, a lot of new challenges. You'll see them on TA2 Racing whenever I have the time to do them. So there'll be more NASCAR Heat Evolution content for you within the next coming weeks, and maybe more info on season 28, including when that'll come out and all that stuff and the schedule. It's going to be a lot of fun. So season 28 is going to be fun. So I'm not sure when we're going to have 28 info coming out, but maybe soon, maybe somewhere in December. We'll see. But anyway, and of course I mentioned TA2 main channel, the first walkthrough I ever did. We're going to redo it this time in a bigger 3-part set in 3 massive parts. And I mean, they're going to be big. You'll see them when they're posted on Thanksgiving weekend on that channel. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys will enjoy what's coming up this Thanksgiving weekend on TA2 and TA2 Racing. And follow me on Twitter and Facebook for updates. And this is the account second here, and I'll see you guys later.